Hi everyone, good evening.
Maayong gabi.
Welcome to another vlog here at My Philippines Life.
Yes,
So today we chose another topic to talk about.
another interesting one.
I think it's interesting, yeah. It's always interesting to find out about some beliefs from
Superstitious belief. Mostly in the Philippines, and I'm hoping to get some from your country.
Yes, okay. So today's topic is about superstition and beliefs that I've been hearing about here in the Philippines while staying here, and I do find some of them pretty interesting. Yeah, so I would like Grace to share some of those with us, and maybe also give me a better idea about it. I guess some of them are already forgotten, probably. First one I want to ask you about. I heard about this creature called the aswang.
Aswang is a Tagalog word.
Oh, okay.
Aswang.
Of what?
Wakwak.
Oh, that's the wak-wak.
Yes, that's the wakwak. The Visayan word of aswang is wakwak.
Okay. And what's the wak-wak? What's so special about this creature? What creature is it? What kind of creature?
Well, I think it comes with different forms. I've never seen one. I heard one.
You heard one. Oh, you told me
Yeah,
about
I
when
heard
you were
one.
pregnant.
Yeah,
Yes.
when I was pregnant, I experienced the bird. It's very common, well known here in the Philippines about that myth about this bird. But the sounds itself is really creepy, and it sounds really like that. Yeah, it's really like you.
It's a deep voice.
Deep. It's like sharp,
Sharp.
And my father before told me that if these birds, if they sound like very near, that means they're far away. But if they sounds like so far, that means they're so close.
Ah.
So for a
okay.
pregnant woman,
So they're
when
trying
I was
to
pregnant
deceive you.
that time, when I was pregnant that time, my father advised me every time you hear this, make sure that you cover your stomach or tummy with black clothes.
Black cloth
Yeah,
or black clothes.
yeah.
Why don't you
Just said
just
that.
wear black all the time? Just make sure you're safe. Keep your baby safe.
Well, yeah, if you want to, you can.
So talking about pregnant, so the wak-wak, has anyone ever seen a wak-wak?
I've heard some Filipinos seen that creatures like
What's it supposed to look like?
there's like we call manananggal. Manananggal is the creature where they go to the deep forest, mostly women. They go to the deep forest and they will put oil on their body, all of their body. They go naked and then half of their body, and then there will be like wings. There will be wings, and then half of their body will be removed, and then half of here they're gonna fly and look for something to
Oh, that's the
victim.
creature.
Yeah,
Okay. And look for what?
look for pregnant woman. Look for something to victimize.
Ah, okay. Creepy.
Yeah.
You believe in this creature?
Well, they made a movie about it so many times. So, well, if there is no fire. If there is
There's no smoke if there's no fire.
there's no smoke. If there's no fire. So I don't know. I've never seen one. Hopefully not.
But you said you heard the wak-wak.
Yeah, these birds I heard personally. My experience, I heard that when I was pregnant, and they get so aggressive. I was freaking scared.
So did you say the wak-wak is like a witch appearing in a different form?
Yeah. This time I heard it. There were birds, and then when going back to that story, when I was pregnant, my ceiling that time was not that high, and then I heard this bird doing this noise like that, but it's really far. And then I remember, oh my God, that is so close. So I grab what you call that, just a minute or a second. And when I cover it to my stomach, I heard the scratching on the ceiling everywhere, and I was screaming. I get so scared. And the thing about it is, I'm screaming. I'm really scared. Nobody of my neighbors heard it.
Now, what the fuck?
Yeah. That was the freaky part. And nobody heard it. I'm screaming for help. Nobody heard.
Yeah, pretty wacky. Okay. All right. Yeah. Is there any other kind of superstitions or beliefs with pregnant women?
Oh, superstitious belief. So set aside the wak wak. I mean, we always tell us if there's a pregnant woman living in that house and then we want to visit that house, we are not allowed to stand on the door by the frame. You stand there.
What, in the door frame?
Yeah, in the door frame. We are not allowed to like stand there. We have to get in or we have to stay out.
Oh, so there's a pregnant woman in the house.
Yeah, in the house.
Living in the house.
Yes.
Okay, then you shouldn't stand in the or under the door frame.
Yeah, because the belief of that is the baby won't come out or the mother will have a hard time
Giving labor.
giving labor because it will just stuck on the
Be
frame.
blocked. Okay, and you.
So respectfully, we don't want. Me personally, I don't want to be blamed. So I will always follow that, beliefs. Because
Yeah.
okay, no problem. I mean, there is nothing wrong to believe. There's nothing to lose. So
Interesting. Yeah.
the christening,
Christian.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What about it?
Even the priests don't like it anymore.
Don't like
This,
what?
like in the christening of your child. Here in the Philippines, when you do christening, there will be like many babies there. It's not only your baby.
Ah, okay.
So
Yeah.
it's
Someone
like
else's.
like 10 babies, different families.
Mhm.
So the belief is that after the priest will announce that the baby is now a Christian, baptized, after that, right away, one of the what you call that godmother or godfather will grab the baby and run going out to the church.
That's
The
run out
first-
of the church.
yeah, the first baby that goes out, because the belief of that is your child. If your child will be the one who go out on that church, it always get hired first in the job.
Get hired first in a job. Okay. So you have 10 parents or godmothers, godfathers running to grab the baby and run out of the church. Okay.
And it was really a
Can be
huge
chaos.
belief before that the priest always announced like, okay, now don't do that.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that is Christians or baptisms.
Yeah. Any beliefs in your country?
Baptisms, not that I'm aware of. No.
Pregnant?
Pregnant women.
Nothing?
Sorry, no, nothing that.
No
Comes to
superstitious belief about wak wak, witch?
The only mythical creature that comes to mind that's very popular in South Africa is the tokolosi. The
Huh?
tokolosi is like supposed to be this 2 feet creature. It's like a very
Like a chicken.
small 2 feet, honey. That will take me here by the hips, maybe.
Oh,
So it's a very short little mischievous creature, apparently. And this creature has been blamed for like death in the houses and stuff. So yeah, not the Western people, but the African, many of the African folk, they believe in this mythical creature, tokolosi. So
how is it? Like they're gonna show up in your house and then your house is gonna be cursed?
well, yeah, some believe witch doctors can kind of call the tokolosi on your house. To curse
Tokolosi.
you. Yeah, the tokolosi. And the tokolosi will come to your house and they will cause mischief or illness or death in the family. So yeah, very well. Everyone is fearful of this tokolosi, especially some of the African people, the African tribes people. I remember we had a maid when I was young. She was so scared of this tokolosi. So what they do is, they believe you have to elevate your bed to about 2 meters high.
2 meters high.
Yeah, just so the tokolosi can't get to you. And she would always, her bed was always elevated. I remember. So yeah, that's the way they can kind of protect themselves from the tokolosi. So yeah, there's a lot of stories about the tokolosi, and if you get the African people that believe in the tokolosi, he just mentioned the word tokolosi. I think I saw tokolosi. Hey, no, where did you see that? And they're very fearful of
Oh.
this. Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's why many people keep tokolosis in the house to protect the house from burglaries. So they just keep the tokolosi as a pet.
Yeah, toko, but no lossy.
You have to toko, yes.
Toko.
You actually mentioning the toko. It's not the toko, but the gecko also make a sound. What sound does a gecko make? Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
It sounds like a goat.
But yeah, while you're telling a story, or they're telling a story, it's like they very in detail telling the story, what happened and stuff, and then they hear the gecko. It's like, see, true story.
Oh yeah, here in the Philippines, we
Yes.
believe in that. That if a person tells the truth and then so sudden the gecko will make that noise, and then we will say, "See, I'm telling the truth.
True story.
True
Yeah.
story."
Yeah, I've noticed that a few times while we're talking, and you hear this gecko. And it's like,
Mm.
true story. Yeah. All right. What about marriage?
Weddings.
Yeah,
Mm.
marriage and weddings.
Weddings. Maybe in other country they believe in like you are not allowed to see each other as a couple who's gonna get married the next day. You're not allowed to see each other,
The
right?
bride before.
The bride.
Before
Only the
night.
bride.
The groom is not allowed to see the bride the night before.
Ah, okay.
Or you're not allowed to see the bride in her wedding gown.
Okay. Because here in the Philippines, I experienced that because I'm a wedding coordinator, and I experienced that the what you call it that the bride told me that that tradition, and of course I have to respect that. And yeah, but one thing I always have a hard time is this belief of here in the Philippines, the bride is not allowed to fit her wedding dress.
Ah, okay.
Mm,
Not allowed to fit it.
not allowed to
So
fit
only
it.
on the wedding day she can
Only
actually.
yes, only on the wedding day she can wear the wedding dress. We can measure it, but she really is not allowed to literally fit it. You know.
Wow, okay.
But once again, I respect that, and then but I always have a hard time. That's why I always have this needle and thread with me, because just in case if
Make final
yeah.
adjustments. Yeah.
on the day
So you just hope and praying that the
that the
bride
bride,
stuck to her diet.
yeah,
Yeah. Didn't cheat her diet.
yeah, but
Yeah.
but gladly, and it was a good help anyway to bring those emergency thing, because it's not only the bride.
But you have another thing about the weddings and stuff with your siblings. I heard you saying to your siblings before, no, you can't get married this year.
Oh yes,
Mm.
yes, because we have a belief in the. It's a culture. It's a tradition. That the first thing, if you're like five siblings, the eldest must marry first.
Okay, well, that was not the case.
Yeah, that was the yeah. Now you have to pay. Like if you are the youngest, you have to pay the eldest.
Pay what?
Pay anything you buy him or you buy her.
Sorry,
something.
what am I
Yeah.
paying for?
Because you overlap. He's supposed to marry.
Oh, if I marry before
Yeah.
my elder brother or
Yeah.
sister,
Yeah.
I have to pay him.
Yes.
Okay, I have to bribe him. Hey, I'll let you know first.
That's the tradition. And also sukob. Sukob. This is a strong. Actually, it's really quite strong belief here in the Philippines.
Sukob.
Sukob.
Kob.
Sukob
What's that?
is your sister and you married the same year.
Must be a sister or
Oh, no,
it's a
any
sibling.
brother, sister.
Yeah, I think that's the one I heard. Yeah, where because you married that year, another sibling of yours can't marry in the same year.
Because that's really a curse.
That's a curse.
The curse.
So that will
It's like a
just-
bad omen.
So what will happen?
What will happen is like the financial situation is good and one will go down. It's not
Okay.
balanced. It's
All right.
one will suffer.
So it's
Either or.
a luck of the draw. One's gonna have good luck, the other one's gonna have bad luck.
Either or.
Right.
Yeah, and
But
they
the question is if you're willing to take the risk.
No, I'm not.
It's like a gamble.
No, I'm not.
Maybe
No.
I'm gonna have a fortune. Let me see you. Okay.
Don't do that. You
Alright.
can't do that.
Okay, yeah, but actually, yeah, you're right. That's the one I heard. It's like don't marry the same year as
Mm.
another sibling. You should
Yes, and also
wait
we
for
have a
it.
tradition here in the Philippines that you should do.
What?
Pamalae.
Oh, the pamalay.
Yeah,
Okay, that's a
when you-
tradition. Yes.
Yeah, when you ask a Filipina to marry, you have to go to the parents of your fiance, and of course you have to bring like food, and then you have to ask by the father. If the father is not available, by the eldest brother of the, or even the mother, you ask permission to marry.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a pamalae.
Pamalay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like very old culture that I guess was similar in my own country, where yeah, I mean it's tradition. Actually, I think it's a tradition many still follow. Is where you ask the hand of the father's daughter. So you will go there very awkwardly and then ask him if he will allow you to marry his daughter.
But
But
that's
I don't think it's not a big thing like you guys, where you bring food and invite the family to join. It's a little different. Okay, so that's marriage. Another thing I find really interesting is your beliefs here in the elementals. Elementals like the fairies and the gnomes, all these mythical creatures. We call them elementals. Elementals supposed to be the protectors of the earth or the sky and stuff. But we see them in fairy tale books. So fairies, you guys believe in fairies?
Yes, we do, but we do believe that they live in one famous tree called balete.
They live in a specific tree.
Yeah,
Okay.
balete, and sometimes they say they live in acacia tree, so close to us.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Acacia
that's-
basketball court. It's acacia.
And they don't like noise. They like to be respected. When you pass through that type of tree, you have to say tabi apple because we call them apple.
I thought it's tabi po.
That's Tagalog.
Okay.
Bisaya, Tagalog, Manila, Cagayan, Bisaya.
Okay. Say. Tabi.
Tagalog is tabi-tabi po.
Ay, we're in Visayan.
Here in Bisaya, tabi apo.
Just tabi apo.
Tabi apo.
That's easier. Tabi apo. So what does that mean?
Excuse me, I'm gonna.
Excuse me.
I'm
I'm
gonna
just
pass.
passing.
I'm just passing.
Again, that thing you do in the
I'm just
Philippines.
passing.
Yeah, I think if you guys watched previous video, we mentioned that where in the Philippines, the Filipinos have this thing when they pass you while you're having a conversation or something, they will bow down and say, excuse me.
That's our gesture. So if we pass on a
So you
line,
do the same here
Got
with
it.
this tree,
yeah, tabi-tabi.
but then you have to say
But
tabi
we don't
apo.
do that like tabi-tabi. We just say tabi apo and then we pass by. But I just did that gesture because it's a pass.
It's a habit.
It's a habit.
Okay.
But anyway, another superstitious belief here in the Philippines, while you're eating and the guests will arrive, and then you will ask them, of course, as a Filipino,
Let's see.
hospitality, mga unta, let's eat. And then if they will say, yeah, I'm good, but just turn your plate because I'm leaving.
Turn your plate.
Yeah.
My plate
You have
is
to
round.
turn. You have to turn your plate.
So when the guest is leaving, you turn your plate. Why you doing that?
When they refuse to eat and they're going, and then you just have to turn your plate to avoid for them to have bad luck.
Okay. I've done a little homework. I heard about if while you're eating, and someone leaves the table, you have to turn your plate around. Have you heard of that?
Where did you get that?
So I did my homework. I checked online. I heard
And
that.
your food will be on
Yeah,
the
the
bottom.
rest of the meal you have to eat off the table. So no one leaves the table. Otherwise, I'm gonna spoil my food.
No, that's not true. I don't believe that,
So
guys. I don't know where
maybe,
did he get his research. I don't know.
so,
Maybe in Mars.
so maybe it's not turn it around, flip it over.
Not
Just turn
flip
it.
it over, just
turn
turn a
it.
little, but you don't need to turn it. You just turn it. Mm.
Okay.
But we don't do that. But in old generations, they do that.
What if I don't do it?
Then you curse that person who left.
That's a curse on that person.
Mm.
Really? Okay. So he will ask you to turn your plates because he doesn't want to be cursed on his way out. He doesn't want to be kicked on the ass on the way out.
Mm. And
Okay.
another superstitious belief is like the wake. Explain.
Wait.
The wake. Someone passed away and then,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Because
Okay,
here in
yeah,
the
we can mention that.
Philippines, the tradition is the wake is in the house.
Of the deceased.
Huh?
In the house of the deceased.
Yeah, for 7 days or maybe more than 7 days if they're waiting for relatives. So what's the belief is you are not allowed to cook noodles inside a house.
Okay.
Because the noodles believe it has for birthdays it represents long life. In the wake, it represents a thread that it's gonna be death and death and death, continuous death.
Oh,
after.
wow.
Yeah, that's a bad omen.
Okay. So you eat pancit. Don't eat pancit at the
Don't.
wake. Only on birthdays.
Only on birthday, because that represents long life on birthday.
So that's okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I have to say, I've only been to one wake.
Hey.
Knock on wood. What? I've only been to one wake.
See, the beliefs also knock on wood.
Oh, that's
To stop
popular
the
one.
that's is it popular? I thought
Knock
it's
on
only in
wood.
the Philippines.
What?
Yeah.
Knock on wood. My God, no! You see that everywhere in the world.
Where?
I think.
In your country?
Sure, yeah. People say it. People say it. People don't always do it. I say, yeah, be careful on the roads. Yeah, there's been a lot of accidents lately. Knock on wood. They'll just say it, but they don't actually knock on wood.
Oh, I thought it's only in the Philippines.
Yeah, I heard that. Okay, but before we go, there's one thing I do have a question about. Something I often hear you say. I don't know if I'm going to say it right. Karabuyak, something like that. What's that? Karabuyak.
What's karabuyan?
What?
Ay, puera buyan.
What's that?
Puera.
Puera. Puera. Puera.
Puera. Puera.
Puera. Puera. Puera.
Karabuyan.
That was Puera.
Puera buyan.
Yeah, what is that? What's that about?
It's like to stop people.
Give me an example. When will you say that?
Like, you're handsome, right? And someone will tell you, you're handsome. We believe that some people here in the Philippines have a sharp tongue or like a black tongue that can curse you by just adoring you, and then you get sick. Yeah. And the perabuyag is a spell for you not to get sick.
Okay, so it breaks the spell.
It breaks the spell.
Puera.
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 Perabuyag.
Can't say that word. Puera.
P-W-E-R-A. Puera.
Puera.
Perabuyan. Yeah, it's a
She
break.
says it a lot. She has a black tongue. You have a black tongue or short tongue?
But anyways, that's the belief. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah, that's interesting. Like I said, I hear people say that, especially you say it a lot.
What else in your country is superstitious belief?
No, we are not superstitious. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, no, the Western people, I would say, in my country, is not very superstitious.
No vampires in your country?
Nah, just mosquitoes. It's like, yeah, it's more the African people. They have a few traditions. They still have like witch doctors, and like I said, they believe in these mythical creatures.
Even here.
Like the what's name, like the Tokolosi. So yeah, not many superstitions in my culture, put it that way. But there's many different cultures in South Africa, so some of them have different kind of superstitions and beliefs or traditions. Yeah.
Well, guys, I hope you have gathered some information. I hope it's also helpful to share our superstitious belief here in the Philippines.
Something you, I think something you will learn more about and hear more about if you ever visit the Philippines. It's sometimes good to know these things. Like I said, that I always found it interesting. You know, you notice people saying the same thing, or
and it's good to be
talking about
aware.
this
It's
stuff.
good to be aware.
And you can see there's still many Filipinos having a strong belief about some of these traditions, and
Especially the
superstitions.
supog. Don't get married together with your brother the
okay.
same year
Things
or
like that.
sister.
So yeah, guys, just a bit of
Yes.
information we wanted to share about the Philippines. Hope you enjoyed it. If you guys haven't yet, please subscribe,
Subscribe, guys,
like,
please.
and share. That will always help us out, help grow this channel.
Yes, and we look forward for our next vlog. It's also another interesting topic since we can't go out.
Yeah, we can't really go many places. So yeah, we just decided to have more discussions about some interesting topics that we think is interesting or might be of use.
And you have any suggestions? Just comment down below what topic you want us to discuss or what to say about it.
Great stuff, guys. Thank you very much for watching.
Okay,
Take care.
God bless, guys.
God
And last time I
bless.
said my buhay, so I said now mabuhay Philippines.
Mabuhay. All right, God bless, guys. Bye bye.